trust what you say and that's all okay. But everything starts to feel like a con, and I'm the pawn. Am I right or wrong?
This week's episode is for all you speed freaks out there. We're going to be chasing antelope out west. On the first hunt, you're going to go with me to South Dakota as I sit in my bail blind and go after an awesome buck. Then we're going to go with the Hackett brothers, Justin and Jamie, as they go spot and stalk after a giant antelope in Wyoming.
Select Hunter. Select UA Package. Select Point. Select Transport. Select Accuracy Package. Select Nocturnal Knocks.
Hey everybody, we're in South Dakota and we're on a working cattle farm, but I was able to get an archery antelope tag over the counter. I've had some awesome hunting. Actually just across the road really is Montana. Further in Montana I've had some awesome hunting with my elk and my whitetail. During the day I've been here in South Dakota trying to get an antelope coming to Waterhole, and unfortunately the weather's been cool, so we haven't really had them coming to the water like normal, but the rut is really kicking in right now. It's almost the third week of September, and a great system that I've used for many years is putting some fake antelope doe decoys around my blind for hopes that a lone buck will come by and see some ladies without a man and come in, or even better yet, if a herd bull comes in and realizes that maybe some of his girls have left his group, he'll swing over here to get them. So there's lots of different reasons why these bucks come to the does right now, but either way I'm just hoping for a shot. We've spotted a pretty good goat. He's been on the far hillside with his harem. They've been coming and going and coming and going. Spent several days now, but today's my last day, so hopefully we get a good goat for you on camera. Stay with us. After 4 long days in the blind, this day was finally shaping up to do what I wanted it to do, and that's have a smaller buck come into the area to challenge this dominant buck that had the harem. And to my left was a small buck that kept showing himself about a mile away, and this buck would definitely show interest in him. You could also see every now and then this buck looks over at our decoys, and since he has his main hot doe and his main harem, he really wasn't that concerned. He kept going back to his main group, but you can tell by how this buck continually looks over his shoulder, he is definitely concerned with that small buck. And finally, the satellite buck got up enough nerve to come within pure sight, and this is what happens. This dominant buck completely ran him out of the state. They literally ran for miles. But this is exactly what I wanted to happen, because when this buck comes back, there's a good chance that me being between him and his harem, that I'm going to have a shot for him to come into my setup.
Oh, it's a speed race. They ran him off, dude. He's going. Wow. You still following him?
Be sure to visit knockonarchery.com to see our entire line of Nock-On lifestyle clothing, as well as some awesome Nock-On gear and accessories that I personally take to the field myself. Enter promo code SHOWFAN and I'll include a free signed photo. Also remember that all U.S. orders over 100 get free shipping. knockonarchery.com. Take that, baby. That's the dang quadruple Montana Slam right there, baby. We are done. We need to rent a U-Haul trailer to get our stuff home from Montana. Between coolers and racks. Dude, I'm so freaking pumped. Let's go check them out. Let's get out of my adult hunting fort right here. My bail blinds, I love them. Here's our setup. We've beautiful country. We're actually in South Dakota. Montana is right behind me. We're in South Dakota. If you cross the road, you're in the one. We filled both my Montana tags, so we got an over-the-counter archery antelope tag right here in South Dakota. It was so frustrating because we were seeing goats run over into Montana and you can't do nothing about it. We'd have to wait for them to cross the road, and that's what happened. This buck ran another buck for miles into Montana, and then when he came back from his little cross-state trip, he came in, and what I really like about this kind of setup, you can see we've got these makeshift decoys. I mean, pretty nasty. An old 3D target, one ear, but we put these does out. I've done this for many years. I put does just real close to my blind. We got a bail blind right there, and when that goat left and he came back, he thought that this was his little herd, and he just came right in and he went right down. Where my arrow is. Arrow's got, there it is. I like that. It's a very good color. South Dakota speed goat. Look at that joker. Big old dude. Big old sucker. Look at him. Gorgeous. I love antelope. They're just the coolest animal. They took these little bloody guys. That shot was extremely lethal. Same shot I took on my mule deer. You know, when they come in inside of 10 yards ultimately, and you're shooting a real heavy arrow, got a lot of kinetic energy and a good penetrating broadhead, you're able to really do some damage. He came in, and you know, when they come in that close into those decoys, he's not going to stay there really long, and I was 100% confident in that shot. But these antelope are just absolutely gorgeous. If you've never hunted one, they're just so fun. I'm glad that this guy finally gave me one shot, because for 4 days now we've put a lot of hours in that bail blind during the middle of the day waiting for him to come to a pond that's actually behind the blind, but there's been so much dew on the grass that they haven't really needed the water, and just had to wait for the right situation. A buck came running in, he ran him out, and then when he came by, he saw us, and he just happened to come right by us and came right into the decoys. And this guy has been giving us the slip. We've been seeing him up on this hill at a half mile for 3 different sits, and it was frustrating. But now I got an awesome trophy. I'm super excited. You know, I used to love hunting antelope. I've shot some great antelope before right here in South Dakota, but They had a terrible winter kill many years ago, and it's just completely changed the hunting, and it's finally bouncing back, and I'm super thankful. This just caps off an amazing 5 days with some great friends. Knock on, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you're looking to learn more about archery, be sure to tune in to Knock On Podcast. Knock On Podcast is a weekly talk show where I get in depth with shooting techniques, equipment setup, and also give you a no BS review on some of the latest industry gear. Knock On Podcasts are great for listening on a road trip or that dreaded ride into work. Expand your archery knowledge with the highest level of world-class information on the airwaves. Knock On Podcast.
Dead Center.
On this Dead Center segment, I want to talk about strings and cables because I know that there's a lot of you guys out there who are really striving to be better at-home bow mechanics. So I'm going to give you a couple rules of thumb and a couple things to think about when it comes to your strings and cables. Now, if you twist up your string, then what you're going to do is decrease your draw length and also decrease your poundage. So with the string, if you shorten, you actually shorten. You decrease the poundage and you decrease the draw length. However, with your cables, it's going to be exactly the opposite. If you shorten your cables, then you're going to increase your draw length and you're going to increase the poundage. So you want to make sure that you know the difference between those two. Also, I highly recommend that you add twists to strings instead of taking twists out of strings. And the reason is because manufacturers actually build a string, they twist it down to the length for the bow that they made it for, and then they put their servings on. And those servings are put on once the string has already been twisted up. If you untwist a string on a lot of even the high quality strings, what you'll end up doing by untwisting it is actually loosening your servings, and that's going to cause separation down by your cams and maybe even separation here in the center of your serving. It can also cause your peep to start twisting funny as it comes back. I like high quality strings, and I've shot Winner's Choice custom strings for really as long as I can remember, because these are strings that when I put them on and I set them up, I don't have to worry about them anymore. I like a string to where when I get my cams set the way that I want, I get my draw length set the way I want to make sure that it stays that way. I also want to make sure that my peep sight stays exactly the same from the front all the way to the back of my draw cycle. So check out high quality strings and cables. It's definitely worth the investment. You can get them at LancasterArchery.com. If you're an at-home bow mechanic and you're messing around with your strings and cables, simple rules. Shortening your string shortens your draw and your poundage. Shortening your cables increases your draw and your poundage. Now let's join Knock On crew members Jamie Hackett and his brother Justin Hackett running the camera, and they're on a spot and stock Wyoming antelope, and they found a true giant. Seems like it never fails. An animal always knows when to turn and face you and really test your ability to see how long you can hold your bow. And once again, this is a true reason why you need to have a cam system and a poundage on your bow that's easy for you to control and wait for your shot.
Oh, you smoked him. Did you hit him? I think I did. I think it was far back though. Nice shot, nice shot. Just hit a goat and we'll see what happens. Nice shot. First day in Wyoming. Right there. Right there, he's down, dude.
Nice shot, man.
Dude, Wyoming antelope.
Nice shot.
So sweet.
Awesome spot and stock.
Hey, spot and stock, Wyoming antelope, first day of the hunt. My best friend and brother Justin behind the camera. And we got ourselves a great antelope buck.
Nice shot, brother.
We are knocking on in Wyoming. This is awesome. Just recovered our Wyoming antelope. What a great buck. He's got pretty much everything. We knew he was good, didn't know he was maybe quite this good. The cutters are great, good height, nice mass. Put the Hoyts to work here. 63-yard shot, 40-yard recovery. He barely went anywhere. Knock on Wyoming.
Lone Wolves Field Recon.
Hey everybody, on this week's Field Recon, I'm going to give you a real simple way to pull your bow up using a cord. You know, I know that this may sound super simple, but I've been with plenty of guys that fumble around tying your knot on your bow to pull it up, or your gear, and you end up getting it up there, and you know, it's a pain getting the dang knot untied. I've had the plastic clips that you put on your cams break, and the metal ones make too much noise. So several years ago, I just started making a loop. Just tie a loop on the end of your cord, and what I do is I'll feed it right through the hole on this part of your riser. If you turn your bow upside down, every riser is going to have some type of a cutout right there. Feed it through that hole and then wrap it around the end of your stabilizer. Just put that loop right through your stabilizer, and that fast you're going to be able to pull your bow up or down. And take it off, all you have to do is unhook it off your stabilizer and take it out of the riser. So great way, super simple, super quiet. Since this trip out west is going to go down in my books as the most epic hunting trip I've ever had, I thought I'd throw together a little concoction of what spending daylight till dark in the hunting woods can do for you if everything goes in your favor. Oh my gosh, dude, look at the size of this freaking horn. Check out that bull. I'm so pumped. How big does he look, dude?
He's unbelievable.
Oh my God, I'm so sore. That was a good bench press. Are you? I just smoked a coyote, and the sucker did a total full gainer into the water, and he's gone. Best coat I've ever had on a coyote. Stay on. What an awesome shot, man. Awesome reward. You know, I'm a target archer to be a better bow hunter, and I'm a better bow hunter because I'm a target archer. Do it. Don't be camera shy. Good boy.